Realising our move to France came earlier than expected. Come with us and enjoy watching the trials and tribulations that have occurred. Follow me, Jo Harris, my husband Steve, and our gorgeous fox red Labrador Morse, and our beautiful Bright on our journey to integrate into French society. Bon courage!
Right, recording. Where are we going today, my darling?
Incredibly, we're off to Limoges to get our visa renewals, or hopefully get our visa renewals. I can't believe this day has come. You know, we're doing this supposedly for a year later. So...
Yes, it's gone very fast. Sorry about the bumpy footage, but this is on Joe's phone rather than on the GoPro. We forgot to bring it because we're totally unorganised. And it's just starting to spot with rain. And we're heading off a little bit early, but better to be early than late. So we'll update you when we get there. Toodle pip.
Okay, so we've just got to Limoges. It's absolutely pouring with rain, unfortunately. But there is the prefecture over there, which we're just about to go into. I'm actually quite nervous. I don't know why. It's very difficult. You have to have a certain amount of paperwork and stuff. And although they say, you know, there's a list online, un liste en ligne, I can't find it. Nothing that seems to have anything to do with our sort of visas anyway. So anyway, we're just about to go in. So we'll see you later. Okay, so we've just been at the prefecture, as you can see, the clean-shaven Steve standing outside, and we've come out at the time that I was supposed to go in, so it was really fast. The girl was really friendly, spoke a bit of English, so that was great. I did quite well with my French, I think.
Yeah.
So now we've just got to wait to receive a message on our phones, apparently. Because I did ask her. I actually said, how many days does this new visa last? And she's frowned at me, and I said, I mean how many years? And she said, oh, I don't know, sorry. So yeah, but anyway, so we're done.
Yeah.
So
look at that building. Look at the...
We're going to look at this building. Oh wow,
prefecture.
That's the old prefecture. Well, that is the prefecture, I think. Probably going to get told off for filming it.
Probably.
So we're off back now
And that's
to home.
The post office. That building.
That is the post office. It's huge. Right, see you later. Morning, everybody. It's a beautiful morning here in Limoges. It's very cold. And with no central heating, it really is cold. But yeah, I haven't even got the fire lit yet, so it's not too bad. So, as promised, a little bit of an update on our visa renewal. As I said in the video, I can't quite believe that we've been here almost a year. So thank you so much for coming along with us. It's so wonderful to think that anyone is interested in our lives, but thank you. So I'll explain a little bit about the procedure. We understood that to renew our visas, we had to make an appointment at the local prefecture, which for us is in Limoges. It's about an hour drive from us, but it's nothing like driving into London, which I always thought was awful. Sorry, people who live in London. But basically, you get on one motorway and you come off at junction, whatever it is, and you're there. And there's always plenty of parking, and no matter where you want to go. It's really pleasant, and the city itself is really huge, but it's beautiful and full of old buildings, and it's clean and not busy at all. You know, it's not like being in a city. So anyway, making an appointment wasn't as easy as I thought. You have to do it online, so you don't actually get to talk to anybody. But I tried 3 times and was told each time that there were no appointments available to try again later. So they tell you to start your renewal process 3 months before your visa expires. And I think this is the reason. Haute-Vienne, which is, as I've said before, the department in which we live, is not the richest department. And therefore, like for instance, in London, you'll have 200 people dealing with visa renewals. In Limoges, there are 2. And so this is why you just can't get an appointment. So eventually I emailed and I said, could you tell me the documents that I have to bring before I make an appointment? A week later, I had a response. They asked me to send a copy of my visa. So I sent Stephen and my visas off to them. They came back after another week with a short list of things that we needed to bring, but also a link to a website that had this list of the documents you're supposed to bring. So I went onto that website, but because ours is such a particular visa, none of them seem to relate to our circumstances. So I was a bit in the dark. So anyway, then I emailed again and I said, thank you so much for your help. Could I now make an appointment? I've tried online, but there doesn't seem to be any. No response. So I thought, oh no. And by this time it was, this was a month later now. So it was 2 months to go. So eventually I just said, come on, please. I'm getting a little bit nervous now. And she came back to me straight away and she said, yeah, here's your appointment. So that was brilliant. And luckily it was at a time when we could actually do it. So in short, although they have had most of these documents before, we had to take our passports, 2 photos, a utility bill, documents relating to your work, and a short description of what you do. So this was our what's called a SIRIT number, which is a number that you're given when you apply to work. And it basically, the SIRIT will then tell the person what sort of work you do. So that took an awful long time to arrive as well. But anyway, we've got those now. So it's an identification number, so you can pay tax and that sort of thing. We also had to take our carte vitale, which is your health card. And it's got a photograph of you on it and your national insurance number. And you get all this at the same time. But once again, these took ages to come. I mean, Steve has only just got his. So you just have to be so patient and just keep on sending documents, even though they've already had them. We also had to take our tax returns, which was, you can download that from a website, which is really simple. You have to take copies of everything because they're going to keep a copy. So it's quite a lot of administration to do. But anyway, we also took an awful lot of other documents that we thought they might need, but they only asked for the specific ones. We'd heard that there was a lady at this prefecture who wasn't very nice, and was quite demanding and didn't speak English, which, we're not expecting anyone to speak English, but just not even trying. But amazingly, we had a really lovely lady who did speak a little bit of English, and our French has actually improved quite a lot. So we actually did quite well. We were very proud of ourselves. We were able to be seen together as well, which we were told we were going to have to be seen separately. So that was nice. So we didn't have to keep on repeating everything. So that was really good. So we were in and out of there in about 20 minutes, which is, unheard of. We thought we were going to be in there for hours, but anyway. But I do have to say that it's not an interview. You basically just hand over your documents. They take your fingerprints again, as if they changed. And then they said that we'd hear by text. So we still don't know if we've got another visa, if we've got a year's visa, if we've got a 4-year visa, which we were hoping for. Steve did actually get a text and they asked him for some more documents, but we had actually already given them those things, so I just don't quite understand, but I sent them again anyway. We could just do it by email, so that was all right. So we're just waiting for a response now, so it's been annoying. Well, it's just frustrating and a bit worrying. The weird thing was that when we were first interviewed back in February, we were given a French test. We didn't realise that we were going to have to do this. So we weren't prepared at all. You know, I'm not sure it would have made any difference in the long run, but you never know. So basically, they want you to do, or they give you an A1 French test to do. And this consists of a multiple choice questions and answers, a written text. Ours was complaining about a high EDF bill, so your high electricity bill. And then there's an oral interview where you're asked to introduce yourself, talk about members of your family, talk about your house, you know, what you like to do in your pastime, what do you work, things like that. So you should be able to say all those things. Then they show you some pictures and you just have to point out what things are and who's in the photograph, like for instance mama and papa or grand-mère, grand-père, things like that. So that for me was easier because that's the sort of French I learnt at school, just point and click, you know. It's the conversational French that I'm still not very good at. I'm getting there, but not brilliant. So at the end of that, then you're given an amount of hours that they feel that you need before you can speak basic French. We didn't really realise the implications of that. And because of work and because of renovations, we couldn't go very often. We could go once a week. Now, although these are free lessons and they're set up by the government, I'm afraid we didn't find it, or still don't find it, a very helpful lesson. All our classmates, apart from 2, were Afghan refugees. And although very pleasant and chatty, didn't know any French at all. And because obviously their language is Cyrillic, they couldn't write in French either, so they were having to learn a new alphabet. I don't know how they did it, but they were gradually getting there. But they were also going towards a different examination than us. We're going towards the A1, which is the very basic French, and they were going towards residency, which is a completely different thing. So as I said, we found the lessons quite hard work and not particularly useful, but we ended up going to a private lady called Emily, who is absolutely gorgeous, and we've both come on quite well. We've got a lot of vocabulary now. It's just remembering how to say it and the way that you say it. But yeah, we're doing quite well. Anyway, we thought that the point of these lessons was that you had to show that you were taking the lessons or had passed the exam to be able to renew your visa. But nothing has been said yet. So we'll wait and see. So I'll keep you updated on that. We're keeping our fingers and everything else crossed. So anyway, I will leave you there just for the time being, and we'll see you soon. See you later. Oh, so I'm quite excited because things have arrived in the post, and I think these are my Christmas cards. Yay! So these are my paintings. So these are the robins, obviously. I really like that, actually. Really pretty. Oh, there's the Christmas tree. See, Christmas tree by Joe Harris. Cool, they look nice. Oh, here's the snowman. The snowman. Oh. I really enjoyed doing that. Oh, so I only got 3 done because I wasn't sure whether they'd look any good. Actually, funnily enough, I think I like the robin best. Really like that. It's on the back. Oh, yeah, it's missed out one of the marks. Never mind. Oh, they've come out really well. I've had them made for the Christmas market. So they'll be for sale. Brilliant.
So, with the weather turning even colder, I did have to light the fire quite soon that afternoon as the temperature dipped to 1 degree. As I said, with no central heating, it gets fairly chilly, but both log burners work really well and the kitchen gets fabulously toasty. I think I mentioned that there is to be a Christmas market at the Château de Montmagne on the 18th of December. These are some of the things I have made and collected for my stall. I really hope to see you there. À bientôt, j'espère.